So when the story of Brilliant came to us, it came with pictures. It looked like Brilliant was literally dead. It says that Brilliant had gone to meet a certain said person, had an encounter with the person. It was a keto setup. They beat him up to the point that when he came back, he slept and he died in his sleep. That was what he told us.
A lot of conversations and
Okay,
the
so
The guy was murdered.
death, they say, is inevitable, and death will come to everyone very shortly or very soon. It might be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 100 years, or 100 plus, depending on when the day comes to your door. But one of such death rumors is a particular guy who was said to be dead. Brilliant, yeah, an LGBT community member, was said to have been dead. And there were voice notes and circulating. We have them on record. You hear some of the playing of the voice notes and pictures that Brilliant is gone. He went to visit someone, came back from a hookup, and now he has turned up dead. Only for we to hear conflicting rumors again that Brilliant is alive and well, but he just fainted. And then we begin to question the LGBT community members. If their sanity is still intact, if they truly care about human lives, or if they are just becoming gradually cloud chasers and doing everything just to stir up social media and to set everywhere ablaze, rather than helping our community, rather than putting our people first. News like this do not shock us on breaking news wahala, but news like this should be reported and should be a call to burner on truly social media regulations, and not even social media, we need social media, humanity regulations. Where does your humanity begin to start applicated, and where do you draw a line to cloud chasing? I'm your host, Marvel Sacha Kelechi, and I'm always joined by Chimereze Henry Arunaya, my producer, and our co-host, Hot. How are you doing
Good
today?
morning, Mr. Chefo.
You are looking so hot. I will be the one to answer the questions today. Hey, you are looking so hot, like a Rastafarian in the video. A hot guy from Caribbean, from Jamaica, Caribbean.
Good morning, Mr. Chefo. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. And how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
So, guys, you guys just listen to the recording, and when we come back, officially Kitoes talk starts now.
Even Joshua no would know, so let me tell Joshua, because first of all, I made the first call for phone. Say, are you Brilliant's friend? I say yes. Say Brilliant come Lagos. I say yes. What happened? Say come Lagos. He call go out. I say go out, he never come again. The next day he come. They don't beat him as he sleep, night he die. That kind of thing. Before they call the post the picture, I can't go call your brother say, do you ever see that happen to your brother? I mean, I would say Tammy, I can't say Brilliant sister. I go Brilliant house this morning. Nobody did the house. The thing just tired me, I swear. But I won't try to track the girl number. They try to track.
So, Chimereze, you have most of this news. Give us, you're going to break it down for us. What really happened? Because I know when you said this decision was really urgent as of then, but you know your work now. You're very busy at work and you couldn't record. Only for me to only for us to now come back to the news now. We're finding out that the person fainted. That's what really happened. And truly, I find this very worrisome. What really happened? Give us a breakdown.
Apart from my busy schedule, we still need to verify a lot of news because a lot of people write to us, and most times they just write to us and they don't do the necessary step of, following up or verifying what they send to us or giving us proof of what they are sending to us. And I'm always a person that if I don't see proof, I feel it's not valid. So when the story of Brilliant came, So when the story of Brilliant came to us, it came with pictures. It looked like Brilliant was literally dead. It says that Brilliant had gone to meet a certain said person, had an encounter with the person. It was a keto setup. They beat him up to the point that when he came back, he slept and he died in his sleep. That was what he told us. And only for us to have a follow-up from the same source that Brilliant didn't die, he fainted. So for me, when the whole thing came, I was really pissed off because we know that there have been situations where Kitoes will set people up, beat them, and that beating will be so intense And the one thing in my head was, why didn't they take him to the hospital? Why did he just go back home without getting medical treatment? And it is because of fears. Many queer people in Nigeria, in countries that are homophobic, even, let's not just say Nigeria, in so many countries, Kenya or Rwanda or in Africa or even in India, that have been beaten up, that have been kitoed, they cannot go to seek medical attention. Because most of us, we don't know how to start explaining to a heterosexual doctor that, I'm top, I'm bottom, I'm verse, I was beaten, this is all my annual heart issues. We don't feel comfortable having this conversation with heterosexual doctors. So we feel more, we feel more at ease if we are in an LGBTQ friendly hospital or clinic. And that is the issue. And because of the anti-gay laws and because of the anti-gay laws, there have been instances where, and poverty, that was the other thing I wanted to say, and poverty, we have not have access, or the queer community don't have access to good medical treatment. So from this story, we need to realize that we need clinics, we need NGOs to be able to facilitate walk-in clinics that queer people who have been traumatized can get both or biological treatment, psychological treatment, and even maybe spiritual treatment, if that is the way they want to go to buy. So we need to reinforce that community members, when things happen to people, instead of just picking your phone and filming, also call the helplines. Do we have helplines for community members to call? If I was in Nigeria, I was killed, I was raped, I was beaten, or I was left half dead on the road to die, if I had a mobile phone close to me, who can I call? These are the same questions we need to ask from this story. We need to play our part as community members. We need to play our part as NGOs. We need to play our part as influencers. We need to play our part as activists. If we are saying donate, these are the areas we need to see donation go towards, where we can have safe houses for these people who don't have houses. So that is it from this story. Yes, I don't know if they what's his name again? Before I say that, I don't know if Brilliant, sorry for that, I don't know if Brilliant is alive or dead, but the most important thing from this story is, if he's dead, then our condolences to his family. And that is sad to say. We have been burying a lot of queer people in this community. It now looks like almost everybody, to be honest, almost everybody I know is almost dead. It's really appalling. It's really saddening. It's really, traumatizing that most of the people are no longer. I can call them, they still my Facebook friends, I can text them. We need to start looking for how to defend our community, because we can't lose everybody. We'll easily be wiped away. We need to protect our community. We need to speak out. We need to donate and improve our community. Over to you, Mr. Chaffo.
Now, for me, what I find really appealing is the fact that community members these days are interested in cloud chasing, looking for clouds, seeking clouds, rather than bringing humanity first and portraying humanity first. Now, if I'm this same Brilliant and this story turns out I fainted and I'm alive, I will stay away from these people as fast as possible, because they are not my friends. They are just cloud chasers and jokers and comedians. You made a voice note, a video. You took pictures of this person with his eyes shut, obviously looking like it's beaten, swollen. The pictures look like the eyes were swollen. You did not take the person to the hospital. You did not take them to any clinic. Nothing at all. No health center. You don't have to say the reason why he was beaten. All you have to say is somebody, he was robbed. Instead of, he was robbed and he was beaten and attacked. That's enough for them to start treatment. It's not a gunshot wound. If it was gunshot wound in Nigeria, that's why you can know, okay, it's something that might be harder, or stab wounds. When they say, bring police report, especially gunshot wounds, stab wounds are not. But if it's gunshot wound, they say, bring a police report to show you are not a criminal. That could have been harder. But beating is something that a hospital will treat you for. You do not solicit for funds. Like, use his picture to share to, please, this guy, we don't know what is wrong. We'll take him to an hospital first and listen to what the hospital said. That, he's unconscious or this. No, they didn't bother. Even if you don't have money for hospital bill, You can rally around and get those money. You can send those pictures. That picture used to chase clouds in group chats, like cloud chasers. You guys to solicit for funds. I say, oh, this guy was just taking an hospital. We don't have any money, we don't have our healthcare. Let's also hospital might be able to ask for initial deposit. But healthcare centers in Nigeria, most of them will not ask for deposit. After you get treated, that's what you can pay. Or emergency centers, they will treat you for free. You could have taken the guy there first to an emergency center, and after when you take him there, they start soliciting for funds. Okay, guys, what will buy? Food, drinks, vitamin C. Asking people like, you can call your sister, call your friends, call your nephews, go around and get support to help this guy. But this just shows how much the community has failed. When we keep on saying it, this community very soon, we are heading towards anarchy, doom, failure, where we don't love ourselves anymore. Where what we're after is the next controversy, the next scandal, rather than the next help that we can lend to people, rather than the next upliftment, rather than the next good thing that we can do, rather than the next favor, the scandals, the next dance, the next fight, the next quarrel, the next thing that we can talk, the next gossip. We must not slip into that. If we slip into that, then it's doomed for us as community members. Then we have reached our doom. Then we have failed. We have failed both humanity, we have failed Mother Nature, we have failed our Creator, we have failed everything. We have even failed ourselves. If you get to that stage, that terrible state, what I would call the red points, we must not be allowed to withdraw. We must continue to uphold ourselves to a better position. I see these are kind of things I'm ashamed that I come up from the community. I hope they do better. And I hope that Brilliant is alive and well. If he knows us or anybody that knows Brilliant can try and reach out to us, please. We would like to follow this news subsequently and ask Brilliant what really happened and get his own side of the story and see if we can also come in for him or just find out his story basically. So if anybody Brilliant can reach out to us, that would be much appreciated. We really love to have that. 2 minutes, just to find out what's the 30 seconds and we'll call this a wrap.
Kudos to the person who wrote to us and made sure that Brilliant story is out. I think instead of us only bashing, we should also applaud the community for sending this news because they could see this news and don't care. Many people see news and they will not even write to stations or write to
What was
bloggers.
the intent of posting the news? The intent of posting it was it to cloud chase? I can't applaud you for cloud chasing. I applaud you when you stand for humanity. I don't applaud cloud chasers.
First and foremost, the person's name is not here. The person did not cloud chase the way you felt. The person wrote to us privately. That is something we need to acknowledge. This person did not randomly share it in groups. The person literally wrote us and sent us and said he had called Brilliant's family to inform them that Brilliant had passed on. And that was the whole issue. So this person actually literally wrote out of a place of love from the text message because I was just going through it. It says, "Good afternoon, sir. I'm informing everyone on Brilliant's WhatsApp that Brilliant has been found dead and that he died this afternoon. Please inform his family." So it now says, I'm doing just fine. It shows the text message and everything with him and Brilliant. So the person was only trying to get across to Brilliant family because obviously as a friend, maybe this person did not even know Brilliant that much because he's trying to inform his family. He may not even know his family. So we don't know the connection this person has with Brilliant. You know how people can just know square people and you meet someone and you're like, follow me, make I go house or something like that, or out of sympathy took Brilliant in. He saw the mess he was in and he was just a good Samaritan. So we don't know the situation he found Brilliant. We don't know if Brilliant died in his house or supposedly died in his house or died in this good Samaritan's house. So I'm not going to put out the notion that okay, this person was cloud chasing, but from the information and from how I viewed the text message, I feel this person was really concerning informing and letting people know that this is what has happened to Brilliant. Because like, at the end of the whole day, the question is what kind of clouds will he even get? That he's the one to, if he wanted to get cloud, he will add the story and maybe put it on his YouTube. That's where I feel it's cloud chasing. Or if he was a blogger who, wanted credits.
Many of our community members, they have YouTube, but their YouTube is basically dead. Nobody watches it. So
but at the end of the whole day, he did not ask for any credit for this story. At the end of the whole day, he did not even really tell us his name. We don't know.
What I'm concerned about is the fact that the origin of the news is what I'm concerned about. The person posted there just to be like, oh, so people just like to be the want to break the gossip or be the one to break the news. It's not about, we know many of our community members are like that.
Yes, we do know.
Seeking for bad news, whatever, bad news basically, not good news. They will not be the one to break, because I know many of them. They will not be the one to break that, oh, this person finally made it to, after so much years of struggle and conversation, these people finally got their big break. This show is a fantastic show. They will not be the one to break any good news. But they always want to break that. This person, Kito beat him. It was set up. Oh. Did you hear the Kito in? Did you hear that they beat him up? Did you hear his family chased him away? Did you hear that this person, they finally broke up? Did you hear that this person, this person
But
was
at the same time, those are the kind of news
they are always breaking that.
but at the same time, those are the kind of news we too want to listen to. I kind of feel the both sides of the cons are
It's not about
guilty
listening to the
because
news. It's about
see,
verifying the news. I'm not about, if you want to be the chairman of Breaking Bad, I'm not against it. My own is the verification of news. If you had first-hand information, like I always say, my main question is that when will we call that joy of humanity? Where is that line of humanity? Where does it slip from humanity to just pure madness, to just anarchy where people feel like they can do whatever they want in the name of, I want to break a news, or because I want to satisfy people that want to listen to this kind of news? You could have saved this person's life. You could have saved their life. You could have done the due diligence first. Then if you turn out, this person finally died after taking the
like I earlier put out, we do not know the circumstances on what happened to Brilliant. We do not know the state where this person met Brilliant. For example, if Brilliant was already dead and I met him dead, how am I going to save his life? The boy is dead, he has died, all will go. So we do not know the circumstances. He met Brilliant, we do not know when he got into the picture. But one thing we know, like I said, he was trying to inform people that this is what had happened to him, and honestly he felt curious up. We heard the story and warned the community. Like I said, so many people looking for cloud, they will not go that route. So at the same time, for us to also encourage people to write and tell stories, we also need to applaud them. When people do, it's just like anybody. If you do something good, you reward them and people will do more. But if you do something and you're not rewarded, people may not do it again. One kudos to this person who has reached out to us since we have been on Q Talk. We've not had a lot of people write stories to us that are like this, or write out to us, or reach out to us. But thank you, like I said earlier, for reaching out to us. And make sure you donate to our GoFundMe. Our GoFundMe is up and ready to help the community, so that community members can have access to good water, have access to good road, have access to have access to education, have access to safe house, have access to things they really need, have access to even take a good shower, have access to where they can sleep. Your dollar, $2, $3 will go a long way in developing countries to help LGBTQ members who don't have anyone supporting them, who don't have anyone for them to run to other than family members and themselves. So please make sure you like, subscribe, and tell your mother, tell your father. This is the best show, Q Talk, and peace out.